Is coffee good or bad for your health? Does coffee help or harm your heart? Can you drink coffee if you have high blood pressure, diabetes, or a heart rhythm problem? How much coffee can you enjoy each day without risking your health? Does coffee cause cancer or actually cut your cancer risk? How long does caffeine stay in your body? Does decaf coffee bring the same risk and benefits as regular coffee? What is the healthiest way to brew your coffee? And after what time should you stop drinking it and why? I'll answer all of these questions in this video. You also get a quick history of coffee. If you love coffee, you have plenty to celebrate. So stick around until the end and I'll promise it will be fascinating. But first, smash that like button. Let's make this the most liked video on our channel. Maybe even hit 4,000 likes. Help me out and share this video with your friends and family. Americans love coffee. Coffee is a passion not only in the US, but around the world. And Brazil, my country, is the planet's top coffee producer. Over 1/3 of the world's beans come from here. You'll soon see coffee has plenty of health advantages. So share this video far and wide. And tell me, are you a die-hard coffee lover who can't function without it? Or could you take it or leave it? And where in the US or the world are you watching from? Drop a comment below. Well, does coffee help or harm your health? It depends on the dose, but coffee delivers far more benefits than risks. Many years ago, coffee studies looked like a seesaw. One day it was healthy, the next it was harmful. Over the last decade, that seesaw settled. Coffee is good for you. Just to show how far we've come. Until 1991, coffee sat on the World Health Organization's list of possible carcinogens because populational studies linked coffee drinkers with much higher rates of cancer. Much later, after researchers separated coffee from cigarette smoking, they discovered the opposite. Coffee drinkers actually had lower risks for certain cancers. Remember, smoking and coffee often went hand in hand. What is in coffee besides caffeine? When you sip coffee, it isn't just water and caffeine. Coffee is a decent dietary source of vitamin B2, riboflavin, B3, magnesium, and potassium. Caffeine is only one of more than 1,000 chemical compounds in coffee. Some are great, some not so great. The good stuff: polyphenols and antioxidants that fight inflammation and inhibit cancer cell growth. The not so great stuff: unfiltered coffee contains depertines that can raise LDL, the bad cholesterol, and nudge HDL down. Does that really matter? I don't think so. Which cancers might coffee help prevent? Liver cancer. Coffee lowers risk of fatty liver and fibrosis. Melanoma, the most serious skin cancer, endometrial cancer. Coffee is linked to lower circulating estrogen. Colon cancer, coffee boosts bile acids and speeds intestinal transit, so carcinogens spend less time in contact with the colon. Prostate cancer too. Coffee lowers risk. It doesn't eliminate. Someone will comment, "My neighbor drank liters of coffee and still died of liver cancer." It reduces the risk. It doesn't make you invincible. And the other health boosts coffee can bring: Parkinson's disease. Higher caffeine intake is linked to a 25% lower Parkinson's risk. One study showed men who drank 6 or more cups daily slashed their risk by 58%. For women, just 1 to 3 cups already helped. An 8-ounce cup of drip coffee equals to 95 milligrams of caffeine. How much caffeine is in a cup? Espresso packs the highest concentration. A moderate intake is 3 to 5 cups daily, around 400 milligrams caffeine. Those men in that study, definitely on the high side. Alzheimer's and dementia. The picture is murkier. Studies suggest a protective trend, but less clear than for Parkinson's. Depression and suicide. Coffee lifts mood, sharpens alertness, and can lower depression and suicide risk. In a meta-analysis of more than 330,000 people, the highest coffee consumers, 4.5 cups daily, had a 24% lower depression risk than the lowest, less than a cup. Compared with non-drinkers, suicide risk dropped 45% for 2 to 3 cups a day and 53% for or more cups daily, but only with caffeinated coffee. Gallstones. Coffee's gallbladder contractions and bile flow help keep cholesterol from forming stones. Liver disease. Coffee may reduce fatty liver, fibrosis, cirrhosis, chronic liver disease, and liver cancer. Type 2 diabetes. Study shows up to a 33% reduction in type 2 diabetes risk. Your body processes glucose better. Caffeinated coffee gives a slight edge over decaf. Weight loss. Coffee raises blood leptin and suppresses appetite. Small help for slimming. Cardiovascular disease. Moderate coffee, 2 to 3 cups a day, cut heart disease risk by 21%. Stroke. The Nurses' Health Study found 4 or more cups daily lower stroke risk by 20% versus non-drinkers. Early death. Across many studies worldwide, drinking 4 to 5 cups, around 400 milligrams of caffeine daily correlates with lower mortality. In a 30-year study of more than 200,000 people, 3 to 5 cups daily, decaf or caffeinated, made early death 15% less likely. A JAMA study of nearly 500,000 Brits found the same result whether they drank 1 cup or 6 cups, caffeinated or decaffeinated, fast or slow caffeine metabolizer, all lowered the all-cause mortality. But coffee isn't all roses. The downsides: blood pressure. Coffee spikes blood pressure for 30 minutes to 3 hours after drinking. Does it cause hypertension? For most people, no. A Brazilian study did show it might raise risk in some individuals. If your pressure is high an hour after coffee, caffeine may be the culprit. Palpitations. Heavy caffeine can trigger unwanted heart palpitation in some people, though regular coffee drinkers actually shows lower arrhythmias risk overall. The key: don't overdo it. Pregnancy. Pregnancy changes caffeine metabolism. Pregnant women should cap caffeine under 200 milligrams daily. Caffeine crosses the placenta and may raise risk of miscarriage, low birth weight, and preterm birth. Acid reflux. Caffeine, coffee, tea, soda boosts stomach acid. If you have reflux, avoid or limit coffee. Sweet taste perception. Caffeine can dull sweetness, tempting you to over-sugar foods. Then blame caffeine. Fatigue rebound. Low to moderate doses sharpen alertness, energy, focus. Mega doses ramp up anxiety, agitation, and can even trigger chronic fatigue. Push too hard and you crash. Insomnia. The classic caffeine side effects. Caffeine blocks adenosine receptors. Adenosine is your natural sedative. As it builds through the day, you get sleepy. Caffeine plugs those receptors so adenosine can bind. But adenosine keeps climbing. You feel alert, but a tidal wave of adenosine is waiting. Avoid coffee after 2 p.m. Caffeine half-life is 4 to 6 hours. Its quarter life is 12 hours. A noon cup means 25% of that caffeine is still in you at midnight, degrading slow wave sleep by up to 20%, giving you the sleep profile of someone much older. Do add-ins cancel coffee benefits? It depends. A 2015 study found people who added a bit of sugar, cream, or milk reaped the same benefits as black coffee drinkers. But a spoonful of sugar is not the same as a 16 ounces whipped cream and syrup bomb from the coffee shop. Those calorie-laden coffees were not in that study. Brewing method matters. Filtered coffee is healthier. The paper filter removes substances that can raise cholesterol. Is coffee addictive? Yes. If you've tried quitting, you may have felt withdrawal, headaches, fatigue, irritability, concentration trouble, low mood. Why does coffee make you run to the bathroom? In about 30% of people, coffee, even decaf, rapidly stimulates the gastrocolic reflex, exaggerating the urge to go to the toilet. How coffee changed society? Let me tell you a story. Coffee was discovered in the 9th century Ethiopia. Goat herder Kaldi noticed his goats got hyper after nibbling certain red berries. He told the local abbot, who brewed a drink that kept him alert through long night prayers. An accidental discovery. By the 15th century, coffee had spread through Persia, Egypt, Syria, and Turkey. Constantinople, Istanbul, bustled with coffeehouse hubs for sharing news. The Muslims' coffee was a sobering alternative to wine forbidden in the Quran. From Constantinople, coffee reached Venice in 1629, and by 1650 it hit London, soon a city with one coffee house per 200 residents. Only in the 18th century did tea overtake coffee in England, mainly because the British Empire lacked coffee colonies. Arabs initially held a monopoly exporting roasted beans so they couldn't be germinated. In 1616, a Dutchman smuggled live plants out of Mocha, Yemen, to Amsterdam, then transplanted clones to Java, the farm Mocha Java blend. Coffee seedlings were so rare that King Louis XIV finally got it in 1714, grew it in Versailles, then clones sailed to Martinique and flourished in the Caribbean. Coffee boiling water made it safer than filthy water of old cities, cutting infectious disease. Alongside artificial lighting, caffeine prides society loose from sunshine to sunset rhythms, vital to the Industrial Revolution. Thinkers like Voltaire reportedly downed 50 cups a day. 50. Coffee sharpened minds, boosted physical and mental performance. And let's be real, without Kaldi's goat, we might not have cars, computers, smartphones, or even this video. Enjoy the video. Share it so more people get this knowledge. And what will be the next video? My video in the warning signs of kidney disease. My name is Andrew Wamber, I'm a cardiologist, and this is Dr. Dre Health Tips. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.